My Hebrew Israelites, brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth. Let me take this moment to say Shabbat Shalom. Praise be to his holy name. My brothers and my sisters, we thank Yahuwah for his gracious love, for his plan, for everything that he has done, for what he's doing, my brothers and my sisters. Praise be to his holy name. When we think of all the things that Yahuwah is doing for us, my brothers and my sisters, we just cannot thank him enough. We cannot give him enough praise, enough thanks. And we pray that you are having a great Shabbat. Praise his holy name. Praise his name. I'm having a little bit of technical issues here that we're trying to solve, my brothers and sisters. And we're hoping that one day we're going to get it down pat. Praise his name. Praise his name. But in the meantime, let me say this, that Yahweh has been so good. He's so gracious to us. And we just want to thank him, thank him, thank him. My brothers and my sisters, I thank you so much. Thank you that you have been so gracious in your assisting us as we as we continue to just look to Yahuwah and trying to get his word out. And this is one of the things. And my brothers and my sisters, we are not immune to having problems and difficulties. We're trying to do his will, and that Hasatan is always around, always working through his falling angels and through his messengers, that he has. And and I tell you what, even though he's trying hard, he cannot beat what Yahuwah has planned. So I just want to take this moment to thank you. Thank you for your subscriptions, for your likes. Thank you for your comments and your prayers. And thank you for your gifts and everything that you do for this ministry. Just want to thank you. Praise his holy name. Thank you so much. My brothers and my sisters, the problems still going on down there. Over there, in Israel and Gaza. It seems like every time you turn the news on and to get some information, you hear of additional death, especially among the Gaza people. I don't know why people have to fight, why they have to fight and carry on. I don't know why. Because I don't know. It's just one of those things that you have wars and rumors of wars, and this side is blaming that side and that side is blaming this side, and then we have people blaming one side and people blaming the other side, and so those of us who are Hebrew Israelites, we know our history, and if you don't know your history, then you need to start learning it, because the two group of people fighting down there for that land, it doesn't belong to them. It doesn't belong to either of them. They live there. And so because they live there, then each side should have a way to get along, because they're going to live there. And they decided to live there. They choose to live there. So just make the best of it. Make the best of it. until Yahuwah comes and root them out and say, hey, you got to go. The both of them need to learn how to live together. Both of them need, both group of people, they need to learn how to live together. But each person, each side believe that they are, they are right. Side A and side B. Side A believe that is right, and side B believe this is right. Okay? So, if both sides is not right together, this side is wrong, this side is right. This side is right, this side, my brothers and sisters, they're going to continue to have problem if they can't get together and decide how they want to rule each other. Okay? So today we're going to be talking about our experience, life and experience. The Hebrew Israelites' life and experience. And the passage that we're going to look at for our meditation is in Romans chapter 5. Romans chapter 5. And we're just going to take verses 1 through 5, for our short time that we have today. And my brothers and sisters, as we look at this passage, we're going to see how, we were condemned. Our ancestors had paved the way for our condemnation. We are so favored that Yahuwah has seen it fit to call us his own. He made us his own people, a people of his own choice. In Malachi chapter 3, he said, we are a peculiar people. We are a peculiar people. We are, we are peculiar. And this is where Peter got it from. We are peculiar people. We are people of his own choice. We are his jewels. He has made us his jewels. As we see there in Malachi chapter 3. Means that we are his peculiar people, means that we are his people, are the people of his own pleasure, his own choice. He chooses us. And if he chose us, then we have to do everything in our strength, in our power, to allow him to magnify himself within us. My brothers and sisters, we are going to get all the kind of obstacles that Hasatan want to set. We're going to get, they're going to be there for us. But we cannot allow those obstacles to hinder us from exalting him, extolling him, our Yahuwah. He loves us so much. He loves us so much. So then, as Hebrew Israelites, we want to look at our life and our experience. Praise his holy name. Praise his name. We started out, and what I did, I divided the verse up, or the passage rather, divided the passage up into little increments, about 6 things that we want to talk about tonight. and our meditation. And the first one is a life of righteousness, that Yahuwah has given us a life of righteousness. In Romans chapter 5 and verse 1, it said, therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yahuwah through our Yahushua HaMashiach. And my brother, my sister, to be justified here, it means that Yahuwah looked on us and he sees us guilty. He sees us guilty. But because we come to him in repentance, he sees our hearts. And then he added his favor to us. The word justified here, justification means is to be added to your account. Like, you remember when he called our great-great-great-grandfather Abraham from the Chaldeans, or of the Chaldeans, to go into Canaan, the same land that they're fighting for right now. That's where Yahweh sent him and promised to give it to him and his descendants. We are part of his descendants. Anyway, Yahuwah looked at Abraham and he saw his heart and his righteousness, his faith in him, and he said, it was accounted to him for righteousness. His faith in Yahweh was accounted to him for righteousness. Yahweh is like Yahweh add that to his account. Therefore, being justified by faith. So, his favor to us, justification. There's a Greek word, you know, I promised you last week that I was going to be dealing with the Greek this week. So, you know, but the Greek word for to be justified here is a word dikaiou, and dikaiou. Okay, dikaiou. Okay, that's the Greek word for that. And what the word is saying here, the word means, is to show to be righteous, to show to be, in order to declare righteous. You know, by definition, to show to be righteous or declared righteous. That is, it make us righteous. He defend the cause of, or he plead for the righteousness or the innocence of, or he acquitted, or he justify, or he regard us as righteous. That's what the word is. It's like you're standing before the judge and you've done so much wrong and standing before the judge over and over. The judge tired to see you. The judge said, if you come back this time, I said, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go. But if you come back this time, I'm going to throw my book at you. That means they're going to lock you up forever, for a long time. Yahuwah sees us. And my brothers and sisters, what he does, he free us, he justify us, he made us righteous, he render us, or he show our regard as just or innocent. This is what he does for us, my brothers and sisters. He free us, he justify us. And he said, be righteous, just. It's like, there's another Hebrew, another Greek word, dike. It's like, it means equitable, or in character or act. By implication, mean it make you're innocent from you probably make you holy, absolutely, relatively, just, neat, righteous. This is what he does, my brothers and sisters. Praise be to his name. And the second part of verse 1, that's Romans 5 and verse 1. So I will call this verse 1b, the B part of it. He said, this is what he said, therefore being justified by faith. This is what he said, we have peace with Yahuwah through our Yahushua HaMashiach. What he's saying here is that not only that he made us righteous, but not only that is a life, we're living a life of righteousness before him. But my brothers and my sisters, said we are living a life of peace. Listen what he said. He said, we have peace with Yahuwah through our Yahushua HaMashiach. What I'm saying here, my brothers and sisters, I want us to go back and think for a moment of why Yahushua came to earth and took upon himself human flesh. Let's think. Do you remember when he was in his earthly ministry? Do you remember, my brothers and my sisters, how he called his disciples? You remember? Do you remember what he told them to do? He said, go into the highways and the edges, go down the lane, the streets, go. He said, don't go to the house, and don't go to the areas of the Gentiles. Don't go to them. What I want you to do is to go to the last sheep of the house of Israel and bid them to come. They are the ones, my brothers and my sisters, that he came. We are the ones that he came for. We are the ones that he come to give peace. Because, my brothers and my sisters, he know what we were going through. Can you imagine? Just imagine yourself right now. Just imagine yourself, my brothers and my sisters. You're tired. You're poor. You don't have any money. Right? You don't have sheep and oxen and all this kind of stuff. You can just barely find enough to buy a turtle dove. And you might have to even get your friends and family and everybody come together to be able to buy one, to be offered as sacrifice. There were daily sacrifices. There were sacrifices for all kind of stuff. All of this to appease Yahweh, to show him that you were serious, that you were repentant, offering up blood sacrifices. My brothers and sisters, Yahuwah had clothed Adam in his righteousness when he killed that animal and clothed him because of his nakedness. We, in our sinful, helpless state, will not be able to continue. And Yahuwah saw the burden. Hey, they have to buy. Those who are rich could afford to buy animal. There were bulls and heifers, all kind of animals, goats and sheep and birds and all offered for sin. You have daily sacrifices and you have annual sacrifices. You could manage that. You're tired. This is why he said in Matthew chapter 11, he said, "Come unto me, all ye that are labor and have heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Because he know we couldn't do it. That ceremonial law, my brothers and sisters, was getting the best side of us. And so, my brothers and sisters, here our ancestors were. And Yahuwah saw that they were not peaceful, and he wanted to give them peace. He said, therefore, being justified by faith. How is it done? By faith. We believe that Yahuwah was able to give himself, to offer himself. That's what the faith comes in, in what he did for us. Now we want to rest our lives on him and in him. So we have to have enough faith to believe that he can take all of our cares, our sins and everything as he forgives us. He's going to give us his peace to live for him. He said we have peace with Yahuwah through our Yeshua HaMashiach. Listen to what he said here. The word here, the peace that he's talking about here in the Greek is irene. And what he's talking about here is talking about one. That will bring your oneness with Yahweh. Okay? It brings us a peace. It's quietness. It's rest, my brothers and sisters. It's peace. Peace of mind. Praise his holy name. Peace is an invocation of peace. Common farewell, my brothers and sisters. In the Hebrewistic sense of the word is health, is welfare. Health and welfare of an individual. Praise his holy name. And you look at it from the Hebrew point of view. He said, one, peace, quietness, rest. Probably, means to join, peace literally. Literally, my brothers and sisters. It's like, by implication, prosperity. Quietness, rest. To set at one again. we oneness with Yahuwah now. We're back in relationship and in fellowship with him. Praise his holy name. Not only that, he wants us to live a life of righteousness, and he wants us to enjoy peace, my brothers and sisters. But he wants us to also have a life of hope. A life of hope. In verse 2, this is what he said here. By whom also we have access by faith into this grace. Praise his name. And this grace wherein we stand. It's a life of hope. And he said, rejoice in the hope of the glory of Yahweh. The word here, when you talk about access, is the word prosagauye. Prosagauye. That's what kind of tongue twister there. Means to bring into. Bring into is like we have able to have an approach, is an access, we talk about admission, my brothers and sisters. We talk about admission, by whom we have access. And admission, that's why like we get admitted to, and access here is talking about, like we're able to, Yahweh's what he did on the cross for us, or on the tree for us, is to bring us close to him, to draw us near to him. It is to lead us toward him. That is, to conduct near, or is what is saying here, is give us the approach to bring or to draw us near. Praise his holy name. Praise his name. And then it says the life of hope. It says by whom also we have access by faith into this grace, into the favor, my brothers and sisters. The grace here is his favor, and it is in his favor we are able to stand. We're standing in his favor, and not only so, my brothers and sisters, but listen what he said here: we rejoice in hope of the glory of Yahweh. The El Peace, hope, El Peace, hope. That's what the word is. El Peace, and it means hope, expectation. My brothers and sisters, expectation. It's trust. It's trust, and not only so, but it's also confidence. It's also confident. Hope, faith, hope. Come from a primary word, elpo, means usually with pleasure, expectation. Concretely, it is talking about, confidence. It talks about faith. It talks about hope, my brothers and sisters. Praise his holy name. It talks about hope. And listen, it's a life of hope. It said, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace, wherein we stand and we rejoice in the hope of the glory of Yahweh. I want us to look at the word glory there, because the word glory is doxa. Doxa. And opinion, hence praise, honor, glory, my brothers and sisters. In the New Testament, we have, it says, opinions are always good in the New Testament. Praise, honor, glory, some unspoken manifestation, of Yahweh, his splendor. You remember when the priests always go around the back of the, to offer, to sprinkle the mercy seat. He was there. You have the glory of Yahweh would shine around there, and as he sprinkled the blood, his glory, his splendor. Praise his holy name. My brothers and sisters, if you remember in Isaiah chapter 6, when Yahweh called Isaiah back after he had spent some time with his cousin Uzziah when he died, and Isaiah was probably, he got a second chance, because when he was called as a young prophet, he was not completely doing what Yahweh wanted him to do. So what he did, he went and live with his cousin, the king, Uzziah. And Uzziah got struck with a sickness and he died. And then after he died, no, Isaiah started realizing his position. And Yahweh called him, out of a life of, I would say, misery, because, he was living at the king's palace. He was eating the king's meat. He was drinking the king's drink. He was among the king and hearing all these different, indecent words and all that kind of stuff. His life was messed up. And he said the angel touched his tongue. Touches his tongue. But he saw the glory of Yahweh. He said his train filled the temple. Yahweh, he talk about the seraphims and then the, cherubims. He said around him, he saw them flying, and when came and touched his lip, and then he saw the glory of Yahweh. His doxa, his glory. Praise be to his holy name. Dignity, glory, honor, praise, worship. Praise his holy name. In a wide application, my brother and sisters, literally or figuratively. This is talking about this dignity, glorious, honor, praise, and worship before Yahweh, my brother and sisters. And so, not only that Yahweh wants us to live a life of righteousness, a life of peace, a life of hope, my brothers and sisters, but I want us to see home in verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. And my brothers and sisters, so this we talk about a victory. It's a life of victory also. He wants us to live a life of victory. When we start going through trials and testing, we don't just drop everything and just run. No, we don't do that. Don't drop everything and run. That's not going to help. He said here, my brothers and sisters, he gives us his victory. We are victorious in Yahweh. Not only so, but we glory. In other words, like to glory is to boast, shine in tribulation. So we are victorious in that way. If we just throw the towel when we start having a little trouble, my brothers and sisters, it's not going to work. When we start having a little trouble, we start throwing the towel. Don't do that. Yahweh wants us to shine for him. But we glory in tribulation also. Why? Because we know that tribulation works patience. How we get a patient? Through tribulation. The more trials and things we have, the more firm we are. Praise his holy name. And not only that, but we also must live a life of patience. Patience. In verse 4 he said, and patience experience. Patience experience. And experience hope. The word patient, the word experience here is a word in the Greek is dokima. And what he really talks about here, remember, is a process of result of of trials, proving we get approval. The process are a result of trials, are the proving and the testing that you get. You know, we tried, we approved our character. You know, if you want to know what character you build, just going through some trials and some testing and see how you hold up. You know, you tried, and then the proof, of the trial that you're going through. You have the proof of it. You know, it ends up as you are proved to show the kind of character that you are. Okay, experience a proof of character. The same word. It's in other words, when you're being tested, you're tested. You know, and when they prove the character, it show that you know you become trustworthy. Let's talk about trustiness, experience. You know, experiment. You know that proof, trial, my brothers and sisters. Praise be to His holy name. Praise be to His name. And so, in the time of our trials, remember that this life that we are living in right now, and the experience, is a life of righteousness. It's a life of peace. It's a life of hope, my brothers and sisters. It's a life of victory. And here he said, it's a life of patience. Praise His holy name. Praise His name. A life of patience. Listen. And then look at what he said here now. At the end of the verse, what we're talking about here. A life of love and hope. Listen to this. And hope maketh not ashamed, my brothers and sisters. He said, because the love of Yahuwah is shed abroad in our hearts by the Ruach HaKodesh, which is given unto us. Remember, when Yahuwah took His Son back to glory, before Yahushua left, He said, I'm going to leave you comfortless. I'm going to send you another comforter. And this comforter that I'm sending you, going to be with you. Going to lead you, going to guide you. And so, the hope that we get through it, trials and testing, and and we bear up and we stand up to it, and the patience work at that hope. My brother, my sister, he said it's not going to make you be ashamed. You to be ashamed here means like you're done. You done. It's like you're out. No matter what you do, you're a failure. No. He's not going to make us fail. He's not going to let people stand around and look and say, look at what it's amounting to. This is why we should live proud and arrogantly, because we start acting like we're rich and we're famous, and then all of a sudden we're on the street begging. We shouldn't, because that is like you really get down to it. You low down now. No, He's not going to bring us to that point. He said, this hope we're waiting for Yahweh. We know He's coming back. We're hoping in Him. We know that what He said He's going to do for us, He's going to do it. We don't worry about that. He's not going to let us down, my brother, my sister. He's not going to let us down. He said, because He said, the love. You hear what He said here? The love of Yahuwah is shed abroad in our heart. I mean, it's all over us. His love. In our hearts, in our lives. And how is placed there? It's placed there by the Ruach HaKodesh. He put it there for us. And he's given to us. He said the Ruach HaKodesh, which is given to us. The power that is given to us. The unction that is given to us, my brothers and sisters. This is how is love. The word love here is the word agape. Agape in the Greek is agape. And if this word is close to the Hebrew word, you know, I have, which is goodwill. Goodwill. Agape is the word here. Agape in the Greek we have several kind of love. We have the agape, we have phileo, and we have eros. The agape is the love in the highest. Okay, the love of Yahuwah that he extends to us. That love we give back to him. And then he wants us to extend that love to others so that they can love him back. And then he wants us to be able to put that the filial love towards our brothers, our friends, our family. That brotherly love. He wants us that filial love. And then the eros is the erotic love, the sensual love. That basically is not the spiritual love. It's sensual, it's erotic. Eros. But my brothers and sisters, here, this goodwill that, is his love, is benevolence, is love, is esteem, is, in the plural sense, like they said, the love feast, But Yahuwah wants us to experience and give this love. It's a love, it's a charity love, Agapeo. This word comes from agapeo, which is, kind of affection or benevolence, dear love, is to love in a social or moral sense. It compared, like we're talking about failure compared to failure. Okay? My brothers and sisters, this is what Yahweh wants us to do. He wants us to experience his love. Praise his holy name. He wants us to experience his love. So, a life of righteousness, a life of peace, a life of hope, a life of victory, a life of patience, and a life of victory and love, my brothers and sisters. This is what Yahuwah wants us to experience. And if we're not experiencing this, that means that we are not walking closely to him. We need to be walking close to Yahuwah. Praise his holy name, my brothers and sisters. And we're going to ask you, as you continue, my brothers and sisters, as you continue to love and to walk with him, praise his holy name, my brothers and sisters, we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today. Maybe Shabbat, a day of blessing that you want to bless someone, my brothers and sisters. Bless Yahuwah first. Bless Yahuwah first, my brothers and sisters. And be a blessing to someone. And we're going to ask you to walk with the King. Shalom. Shabbat. Shalom.